never stopped diving. They're still down there now. In the year 1965, humans safely inhabited ocean bases 60 meters deep. Today, only 19.
The official history claims funding abruptly dried up. The truth points to a CIA secret underwater base.
Why did the United States suddenly abandon an incredibly successful oceanic colonization program at its absolute peak?
The military permanently closed SEALAB in less than 24 hours following a single highly suspicious fatality.
Crucial technical reports from this supposedly civilian science project remain strictly classified and hidden, even 60 years later.
In 1962, Jacques Cousteau shocked the world, proving deep oceanic habitation was possible in Marseille. Almost instantly, the Central Intelligence Agency aggressively classified their acute interest in this groundbreaking underwater survival technology.
By 1964, SEALAB 1 submerged 4 aquanauts to 58 meters off the Bermuda coast.
That same year, Robert Steinway spent 49 hours at combat depth, quietly backed by Navy funding.
In 1965, astronaut Scott Carpenter lived beneath the crushing waves longer than Soviets stayed in space.
Simultaneously, the Soviet Union launched Sadko and Chernomor into the Black Sea, sparking a silent ocean race.
At 60 meters, ordinary air turns highly toxic. 7 crushing atmospheres of pressure demand specialized breathing mixtures.
Aquanauts breathed a volatile helium-oxygen blend, resulting in comical voices that masked incredibly dangerous working conditions.
This is not a standard
Decompressing
transmission.
required 6 grueling days. The men were physically chained to the darkness. Immediate surface evacuation meant death.
The public underwater base cost just $2 million, but the hidden intelligence operation consumed $800 million.
During the Cold War, the deep ocean floor became an invisible, high-stakes military frontier for espionage.
Orbiting spy satellites were completely blind underwater, forcing intelligence agencies to seek human solutions in the abyss. Soviet nuclear submarines and underwater communication cables lay completely undisturbed, protected by the crushing oceanic pressure above.
Traditional American submarines were far too massive and incredibly noisy to perform delicate espionage on the seafloor. Consequently, the CIA established its own highly secretive maritime operations branch, operating completely independent of Navy SEALs. Operation Ivy Bells began in 1971, targeting a crucial Soviet communications cable in the Okhotsk Sea. The mission technically demanded aquanauts to physically install complex wiretapping equipment on the freezing, dark ocean floor.
These extreme survival competencies were exactly the skills that the supposedly civilian SEALAB project was secretly perfecting. But there was a massive problem. How could covert spies survive the deadly 6-day decompression cycle? To tap the cable, humans had to become invisible. The method they used to survive remains profoundly disturbing. They converted nuclear submarines into mobile saturation chambers, keeping divers permanently pressurized for weeks in total darkness. The USS Halibut was secretly retrofitted with a hidden decompression tube, perfectly mirroring the abandoned SEALAB designs. Confined in a cramped steel cylinder, these covert aquanauts lived entirely separate from the regular submarine crew. This perfectly explains why the Public Science Initiative was abruptly terminated. It had already fulfilled its dark purpose. While civilian research lost its tiny funding, the CIA channeled $800 million into Project Jennifer. While rigid steel submarines face catastrophic implosion, the fluid-filled human body can theoretically withstand astonishing oceanic pressure. In 1992, French researchers at COMEX proved this, pushing a human diver to 700 meters. At this incredible depth, a fragile human being was operating deeper than most heavily armored military submarines. This shocking biological reality transformed the saturated diver into the ultimate, completely invisible stealth weapon of the abyss. If civilians reached 700 meters, imagine the true depths conquered by a CIA secret underwater base. Today, the only publicly operating civilian underwater habitat is Aquarius, sitting safely at a shallow 19 meters.
Why did public science retreat to the shallows while military oceanic capability expanded in absolute, terrifying secrecy?
Freedom of Information Act requests regarding Project Shark yield only heavily redacted pages, maintaining a deafening, stubborn silence. The absolute refusal to declassify 60-year-old oceanic technology strongly implies these covert methods remain highly active.
The sudden tragedy that closed SEALAB was a smokescreen. True deep oceanic colonization was never abandoned, just hidden.
The single tragic fatality in 1969 provided the perfect, undeniable excuse to permanently militarize oceanic technology.
Civilian scientists were immediately evicted from the ocean floor. The military and intelligence sectors completely seized absolute control.
The entire deep ocean became an exclusive black site, strictly off-limits to public scientific exploration and discovery.
Survival techniques perfected by SEALAB directly enabled Project Jennifer and the highly classified wiretapping of Operation Ivy Bells. The United States essentially built a sprawling, invisible underwater city populated exclusively by phantoms of naval intelligence. Down in this lightless empire, international laws vanished. The deep sea became a lawless sanctuary for espionage. Even after the Cold War supposedly ended, these highly classified deep oceanic operations never actually ceased completely. Decades of limitless black budgets forged underwater technologies that remain vastly superior to modern civilian commercial exploration. Modern civilian billionaires barely scratch the oceanic surface, completely dwarfed by covert military infrastructure built decades ago. The ocean floor, encompassing most of our planet, remains the most fiercely guarded secret in human history. We are told the ocean is an empty void, yet it conceals the greatest military infrastructure ever built. Entire submerged facilities operate right now beneath crushing waves, completely immune to public oversight or civilian laws. The shocking disappearance of the civilian SEALAB project was not a failure of science, but a military hijacking.
Humanity looks to the stars for colonization, completely ignoring the fully operational dark empire right below us.
If the official human limit was 62 meters in 1965 and only 19 today, what extreme, terrifying depths are being silently occupied right now by those who never actually stopped diving? The declassified fragments only confirm our ignorance. The ultimate truth remains swallowed by miles of crushing water. Perhaps the true question is not what they hid back then, but who is watching us from below today.
The investigation never stops. Subscribe to uncover the world's most fiercely guarded historical anomalies and hidden records.
Click the next file on your screen right now to continue diving deeper into declassified human history.